Coming clean.
Cleanest I've ever been.
Are you?
Not at all, no.
So 189 is the number today.
Here we go.
We did a great day yesterday. No sugar, no bread. And we're doing great today.
Yes, no sugar, no bread.
So we've decided to do a big push
Ooh, push.
on disciplining our food.
It's really bad.
In what
Because
way?
I've got no discipline. I want to have sausages.
Yeah, but you were great. It's Julie.
Julie's in again.
Hi. How is it in Florida? Is it just wonderful there? Well, it's hot here, so
Very.
humid, hot and humid.
Hot and humid.
And so anyway, we're still looking for houses. Went to see one this morning. It was kind of crappy.
Yeah.
It's amazing how a house looks really nice on Zillow, you know.
Until you get there.
This one was 3,700 square feet.
Yeah, it was big.
6 bedrooms.
All horrible.
4 but yeah, and you go in and it's like, oh. As soon as I opened the door, there was a kind of feeling of like, oh, this isn't very nice. And then we went outside and I was walking along the side of the house and I think I smelled a little bit of pee, like somebody had gone down the side entrance.
Human pee?
I think it was human pee.
Right. Julie's saying it's very hot and humid there.
Yes.
So.
But hot and humid is...
That's what you are.
Hot and humid is... yes, I'm hot and humid. I mean, it's kind of... it's interesting, though, isn't it, to be in hot and humid?
As opposed to freezing and frozen.
Yeah. I'm definitely more languid.
Means you don't want to do anything.
Yeah, I definitely feel lazier, slower. You know, there's not the quick hustle and bustle of when it's freezing cold.
I've just gone dizzy doing that.
And
but here we are, the happiest we've ever been.
Yes. I'm watching this horrendous TV show on Netflix. What is it called? Strangers Forever? No,
Stranger Still. Stranger.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's just horrendous.
With monsters.
But we can't stop watching it.
I know.
So isn't that wonderful? It's horrendous, but we can't stop watching it.
And I'm kind of half of it I'm watching like this through my eyes because it's just so horrendous. So what's that about on a hot and humid day?
I don't know.
Anyway,
we have this wonderful life.
We do have this amazing life. And for me, it's definitely about losing weight. I mean, it really is, because when I had that binge session a couple of days ago and I was eating chocolate and that, it's not just that I feel bad in my body. I feel kind of...
I just yawned there.
I know you did. I feel like I'm not keeping my word to myself. I feel like undisciplined, and
it's a bad feeling.
I don't really care even about what the science and the research says, whatever it says. I don't even care about that really. It just doesn't feel good. I don't feel on top of my game.
Right.
And there's all kinds of different ways to eat, so just choose one and then do it, which is what we're doing with the no sugar and no bread.
For 10 days.
Yeah.
It's what happens after 10 days that's the rumbly bumbo.
Well,
do we just go back again? Because
no,
I'm kind of thinking, it'll be wonderful. There's only 8 days to go now, and then I could have some more bread.
Well,
which is not a good idea, really.
No, listen. So I was 205, and then I lost 15, 16, 17 pounds. Let's say 15 pounds. Lost 15 pounds. And then I was just kind of bouncing back and forth, losing a pound, gaining a pound, like that. And then I learned how to maintain that weight. And then I wanted to lose some. So I think with this no sugar, no bread, I'm going to lose some more pounds. And then maybe I kind of bounce around maintaining that weight for a little bit and, just keep it like that. Because it's taken years to put this weight on.
Not really. So, that's the problem.
Well,
remember when we went on the binge? You put on 3 or 4 pounds in a day.
Yes.
So eating is
But overall, from when I first came to America in 1983, and I
At
weighed
130
nothing.
pounds.
No, not even that, babe. I was like 120 pounds. Over those years, I've just continually put weight on. So that's what I'm meaning. And I think if you don't do...
I keep yawning.
Yes, can you...
Why do I keep yawning?
Is it boring you?
I think it's just because I'm humid. I'm stickily humid.
So the idea is, lose weight, learn how to maintain it, and I think it's really important to be at a great weight because it just doesn't feel good to be fat.
Doesn't look good. Nobody likes a fatty, unfortunately.
I'm not even
But
that
there we
bothered
are.
about the looks of it, to be honest with you, because some fat people get away with it and look okay, I think.
Really?
I can't think of anyone
I
right
can't
now,
think of
but-
anyone either, but so that proves your argument.
Well, there's a kind of a feeling with some fat people, some fat stars, let's say, that they wear all this stuff to look okay with it. And there's a feeling of like, wow, they're just kind of going for it, even though they're fat, they're, just being great and being themselves. But
have you noticed the ones who start off fat and then become really well known end up what? Thin.
Thinner, definitely.
Yeah.
And I can't think of the
So
name
it
of
is
them
about
right now.
not
but
being fat.
yes.
So. Apart from that girl that
Rebecca
sings the
Hurst.
Australian one that's the singer on, what's it called? Those singing sort of things, movies.
Gosh, I wish I
Singing.
knew.
Anyway, never mind.
The
She's
singing
still
movie's
kept
Australian.
herself. She's Australian, and she's
Oh, yes, I know who you mean.
Right.
Yes, and I can't think of her name. The blonde hair.
blonde hair.
An amazing woman because she stars in these things, writes them and produces and directs them. And I can't think of her name. But yeah, anyway, she is amazing. And kind of like flaunts it in a sense.
Oh yeah, that's her image.
Right. But if I was that fat, I wouldn't feel good in my own body. That's the problem. Anyway,
Yes.
so that's it.
So we're back to having a wonderful life. You deserve to be great and amazing and wonderful, and also pissed off, fed up, and miserable.
Is that Suzanne Samuels?
It is.
Yes, it is. From
Good
Sweden.
Lord, from
My
Svenska.
goodness me.
For helveter, FIFA.
Sveten.
Oh no, I can't say that. That's a
No,
swear
you
word.
shouldn't say that.
I shouldn't
Very
say
naughty.
that.
Very
Right.
rude. Anyway, what? Do you want me to have a look at that one? Sorry about this, you guys. And in my Faith, Greg and Faith.
Yes.
Wow. Do you remember when I came there and visited New Orleans and we had, I think I'd never had, what do they call, oysters. And so we went to an oyster bar and then, yeah, it was
Which was
fun.
a strip show for lunch. Strippers at the oyster bar.
Yeah, that was what I
Yeah.
wanted to see.
That was really embarrassing.
Because I'd never
But anyway,
seen strippers before, so I was just interested to see them,
Yes.
what it was like. And it's kind
So
of quite
getting
normal.
back to
Yes,
being
right.
wonderful
Yes.
and not strippers. Although I suppose, yes, why not?
No, go on, what?
So does any of it matter? We talked about that. What is the point of life? And we couldn't really
Yes.
come up with a good one other than you live it, whatever that means. Good, bad, ugly, wonderful, amazing. It doesn't matter. You just live your life and then you shake off the mortal coil.
Yeah.
It's
Kind
kind of
of.
like a pointless existence, really.
Well, I think some people have a real desire and passion to make a difference in life. So they,
Yes.
do huge things or even small things that make a big difference or,
But aren't we all doing small things that make a big difference? Look at all the worker bees, because we're just like little worker bees. The 9 to 5. Without those, nothing gets done.
right.
So we're all contributing.
Yes.
Some contribute more, some contribute less. Some make billions of dollars, others are in survival mode. What's the point? That's what I want to know. What's the goddamn point of this? But anyway,
No,
I
I
think
mean,
we kind of did figure out what.
well,
Don't say it's to be happy.
for me, it
No,
is to be happy. I mean,
The happiest you've ever been.
yes, because if I'm happy, then I can spread happiness around, and
Yes.
you know,
Especially
I mean,
when you're
not
pissed
that-
off and miserable.
can you stop interrupting
Will you stop
all
interrupting?
the time? For God's sakes, be quiet. No.
That's what happens most of the time, by the way. 50 years. We were going to talk about being experts in marriage. We haven't a clue. 50 years we've been doing this, and we still don't know what the answer is. Do we? It's no
I
good
do.
looking at me
I
like
do.
that.
It's about love.
Oh,
Well, it's about love, and it's about being of service, and it's about doing
But
little
that-
things. Like, it was great that, I said I want to be on the no sugar, no bread, and you did it. And then yet today you went out and got some food, and I thought that was really
making
great.
sure it was no sugar and no
Right.
bread.
Well, I was kind of lazily languishing on the sofa in the humidity.
In love,
in the humidity and the hot heat of it all.
and the hotter heat.
So it's just about doing that, and then it just kind
Yeah,
of
but what
spreads
happens
out.
when you're not in love? Which you are sometimes with me.
Right,
When you're pissed off with me and angry and upset.
right.
See, when you're in love and you're happy, everything's fine.
Well, it's fine when I'm in hate with you, kind of. Do you know what I mean?
Charming. Thank you.
Well,
Explain that, madam.
I think it's about being honest, and sometimes I say to you, look, you're kind of, well, just like I did there, you're interrupting, shut up. I mean, you
Shut
might
up.
not really have been
Physically abusing me.
interrupting, which
Mhm.
you are just now, but it's about saying it, I think, and not, not pretending it's all roses all the time, because it isn't.
Tis for me, my darling.
What a load of-
Yes, I couldn't keep it straight. I had to go into hysterical laughter. Yes.
Well,
So it's all about talking to each other, communing.
no, you hate me talking.
Well, you talk too much, but
For you,
if we didn't,
other people love me talking, so
well, because they only see you for that hour or two, which is non-stop talking. You and friends of ours came over from England, Carol and Neil. We're in the car, but Neil and I are in the front. I don't know why, but we're in the front.
because
It's
it was longer.
it's a manly job.
No, it was longer leg room in the front.
And Carol and
Val, that's
This-
my name.
this little pumpkin here never stopped talking for the hour and a half that we were in the car. Not once did they stop. And Neil and I said about 3 words.
Very good.
What is that about?
Well, because I love talking. I do. I
Well,
love
obviously,
talking.
Carol loves talking. Is it
Yeah.
a female? Is it a female
Yes.
thing? Is that politically incorrect?
No, I don't. Listen, this whole politically correct and incorrect. You know what? Just respect each other. And I think was it Martin Luther King that we were listening to this morning, where one of his speeches he said, "Love everybody." I'm not saying that you like
Oh,
everybody.
you don't have to like them.
You don't have to like them, but you need to love them. And I thought, wow, that's kind of a. You know what? That is what it is. It's like I don't always like you.
But you always love me.
I always love you, but I don't always like you. I don't always like the things you say and do.
So really, like is more important than love.
No,
Oh.
love is the
But
important
if you love
thing.
me all the time, but you don't like me, what the hell?
No, I like you most of the time, but sometimes I don't like you. And
But you still love me.
I always
So
love
the
you.
oxymoron is, if you still love me, how come you don't like me? Ah,
No, you're taking it.
just
So
a second while I get the microphone.
what? The broom handle? Wait, what?
I'm going here, right. Could you answer that, Mrs. G?
I've already answered it. I've said I love you, but sometimes I don't like you.
Yeah, but answer the question.
That is the answer.
But if you love me all the time,
Yeah.
you can't not like me. Because is like more important than love?
No.
Or is love more important than like?
Love is more
Is
important
everything.
than
Then
like.
why don't you like me?
Because sometimes you're a dick.
You've heard that on national TV.
Oh, sometimes I'm a dick. So
Oh my God, Dad. Right, good. So
yeah. sometimes.
But do you understand what I'm saying about like and love?
Not really.
Oh, the love of God.
What are you saying? I always love you. Sometimes, and then mostly I like you, but sometimes I don't like you, and I always love you. So
what does that mean? Like is really dangerous because you can dislike somebody but still love them.
yeah,
It's a little bit incongruous, don't you think?
no. I mean, can we stop with the broom handle, for God's sakes? So imagine
Sweeping
this.
my life away. Right.
So imagine this. So
Yes.
if we loved other human beings, we would not go to war, even though we didn't like them. Right? Because we love them just because we're human beings and we understand the struggle and the trials and tribulations that human beings have, and we love them for that. And then, but sometimes, we don't necessarily like them or understand them even, but we still love them.
I still have to ponder that.
What do you have to ponder?
Because like seems to be therefore much more important than
Why?
love. We're doing a live video, as you call it.
So, do you get
No,
it?
no,
Let me
I'll
just
call
see
you back. I
what
just wanted to
Kirsten's
see
saying
if
here.
everybody was
So,
good.
Dad, you're being a moron, right? I love you. I don't like you, right?
Goodbye.
Right. So,
What's she saying?
you can read it.
You're being a moron right now. I love you and I don't like you right now. Charming.
Right.
But where does like come in the spectrum of wonderful?
Well, so this is the problem. So, we're in a community of like-minded people. Let's say it's a church. We all go to church and we all like each other because we're all reading the same stuff and but then there can be disagreements, because you and I have been in churches where we've really liked the minister, male or female, and we've gone and we really like, and then suddenly we learn that there's all this disruption going on behind the scenes.
And they fired one.
Well, that's happened about 3 times. Where
we bring in the devil.
No, they fire the minister because there is no love there. They thought they were all like-minded, and then as soon as they realized, oh, I don't like what you like, then
the love goes.
Well, there wasn't any love there in the first
so
place.
So unless you have love to start with,
right,
not liking people will cause a huge problem.
I'm not sure
you have to have the love first. Yeah. Oh, holy moly!
No, do you
Shall
understand?
I get the mic out again?
No, it's like if I like you because we read the same books and whatnot. The problem with that is, as soon as I say, well, I don't like this book, then you're likely to say, well, I don't like you, and then we fall out, and then we have trouble. But if I love you, it doesn't really matter what you do.
You can still do the not liking, but it's okay.
I don't know. I think you're making heavy work of this. Julie says, I think it's that Val doesn't always like what you say or do, but she still loves you.
Charming
yes,
again.
Yes, that is totally it.
Well, okay.
No, go on, what?
I'm just looking at it from outside.
Yes.
Like, looking at this thing called love,
right,
and like.
Yes. I get
so
that.
What you seem to be saying to me is you have to love people, and then if you don't like them, it's still okay because you love them.
Yes.
But if you don't have love and you don't like them, we're in trouble.
Yes.
Got it.
And where it comes from is, if we don't love ourselves, then it's impossible to love anybody else, because that love, it's kind of like, I think there's sometimes with you, whoever you had married, you would really love them because you've got lots of love inside of you to give to people. And I see that within you. It's why the kids love you, and, dogs and cats love you. I mean, they kind of, nice. No, it's true though,
reptiles.
Because
yes.
You have all this love within you, so that allows you to love other people.
Uh-huh.
And then it's the people that don't have love within themselves that, they'll like someone for a very simple reason that, well, we're both vegans. All right, I like you then because you're a vegan. But then as soon as you start eating meat, then they don't like you, and there was no love there.
There was
to
no
begin
love.
with.
So that cleared it up for me.
Oh, good.
Without love, like or not like, is a dangerous game.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Well, no, I don't think it's.
Ah,
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, so when sometimes so if I've overeaten and I feel grouchy and, blah, blah, I don't really like myself. So then you come in and say something and I don't like you. But it all kind of stems from me, really. Like it all stems from you. Like, why do you get angry at people driving back? Like there was a woman in the car today who happened to slow down before turning somewhere. And then we come up beside her, and you just started slowing down and like looking at her, like
couldn't
glaring.
believe what she was doing. Could not believe
And I
where
said,
she was.
I didn't like you in
She's
that
not
moment.
driving. She's actually not driving.
But I see.
Her brain is not in driving at all. She's somewhere else in the universe.
Who cares?
Well, I care because I'm behind her. I don't know what to do.
Yes,
Do I
you do.
overtake her? Do I just sit there and wait?
Either of those two is perfectly acceptable. But to get kind of frustrated and annoyed at someone who obviously doesn't know quite what they're doing on the road, it's not a good thing.
Okay, then. That's because I had no love for her. So I really disliked it.
Oh, you're such
And if I had a big thing on the front of my car, I could have just rammed it off the road. And that would have been...
I think
would have felt very good about that.
Why? Why do you like to go along with road rage, which is basically what you have?
Well, I don't have it to start with. It just seems to be forced upon me by idiots who drive in the wrong lane. To turn right, they come out onto the left lane to turn right. It's like, why would you do that? You just turn right. There's two lanes. Why would you come across that one to turn right? Doesn't make any sense.
Do you agree that there are a lot of idiots in the world?
Absolutely, and I'm one of them.
Right. So we do idiotic things, but the whole point about love is to just let that go. You either slow down or you overtake them, and you don't get upset and annoyed.
So I can't ram them
yourself. No, you can't.
Oh, okay.
And I feel you're being a bungo now. Are you?
No laughing, please. We're British. Right.
Anyway, that's it. I think we've rambled on long enough. So, but the thing is, just love yourself and you can love others. And that's what it's all about, really.
I agree with that.
Good
Lord, Madeline Sunley. Little Madeline.
Oh, wow. What time is it
It's
over
a bit
there
late
right
now.
What time is it?
That was me sneezing. I do
4,
apologize.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's only 10:30 in the
Right.
evening, on a Saturday evening.
The trouble is we get sucked into looking at these names that come up because there's all these names.
Right.
But some of them are only on for about 3 seconds.
Oh, right.
But the name still stays,
Ah,
which is really annoying.
why is that annoying?
Well, are they on or not?
Who
Are they
cares?
listening or not? I can't. Why do you think we're pontificating like this?
Because we enjoy it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It's got nothing to do with anybody else.
Well,
We're here to help you get through your marriage. We've been married for 50 years, and we can safely say we haven't got a clue.
That's true.
Because each day is a surprise. Certainly with this person on my right. Never quite sure what she's going to do or say.
Well, right
And
back
that's
at
why-
you.
Hello.
Oh my God, the things
Open
that you've
book.
done and said in your life that have been very surprising
Mm.
and a little bit upsetting.
So is that why
sometimes.
marriage is good? Because we're both a little bit crazy.
Possibly. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't be married to a serious person because they wouldn't like it and I wouldn't like it.
And I'm married to a serious person, so I can vouch for that.
What? Are you happy?
The happiest I've ever been, my darling.
That's what it's all about.
Being happy, happy, joy, joy.
Yeah, and being in love.
And we are in love.
Sometimes.
Because no matter how hard I've tried not to be, I am in love with you.
Have you tried not to be in love with
No, that
me?
was just a joke, babe.
You do know I can see you when you do that.
Okay.
Why would you ever try not to be in love with me?
Because you're so
Curiously.
annoying at times.
True.
True. You are a bit of a loose cannon.
True. I love myself, though.
Well, of course you do.
I love my loose cannonness, actually.
There you go.
I love surprising myself. Like, you know, like, oh my God, I just did that. I can't. So like this, okay, we'll end with this bit. But so we're sitting on this porch this morning and this old guy is walking on the opposite side of the road with a little dog, a little white poodle, and he's walking along. And I'm kind of noticing that, you know how at the end of the lead there's a little doggy bag thing, and I'm noticing that there didn't seem to be that there. So he's walking along.
He's on the cell phone.
He's on the cell phone with his dog, and he's pulling the dog and everything. And the dog is not having a really happy time because he's being pulled. But finally, the dog, after peeing a few times, is now doing a crap on the grass opposite our house. And I think, you know, I don't think this guy's got a doggy bag. I don't think he's going to pick up. And sure enough, he didn't. And he walked on. And I got up, and I'm in this caftan thing because we're having morning coffee and whatnot. And I got up on the porch. I'm like, hey, you didn't pick up after your dog. And he still did it. And I had to shout it like 5 times before he looked up. And he didn't do anything.
Didn't bat an eyelid, turned around and walked away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, but so here's the thing.
How do you love that one?
Exactly. Very difficult.
Don't like him at all.
Don't like him.
But there's no love either, so we have to kill him.
No. Well, you know what I'm going to do is, because he lives in one of the apartments.
You're going to go around each door until you find him.
No, I'm not. But
No?
I'm going to, when I see him on the road, because I hopefully will see him sometime, and in a very calm and pleasant voice, I will say, you know.
You're a turd.
Yeah.
For allowing your dog to crap.
I'll say, why, you know, when you don't pick up after your dog, there could be kids playing on that grass.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Or there could be people walking in it, and, you know, so.
Come on, get a life.
Could you please, and maybe I'll say to him, do you not have any money? Do you need me to buy you some doggy
Plastic
bags?
bags.
Anyway.
I think even people with no money have got a plastic bag somewhere.
Well, that's another thing, though, isn't it, really? I don't actually approve of plastic bags, but anyway, the world's kind of in a bit of a mess at the moment. We each do our own bit, and I think it starts with love, and that's it.
You're absolutely right, my rose garden.
Love you all. Thank you for watching, listening in.
Say good night, Gracie.
Good night, John.